Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark, and as always, I'm here with Jenny. And today, we're diving into something pretty exciting. Google's latest moves in the AI-powered search world.
Hey Mark, hey everyone. Yeah, this is a big one. We're talking about how Google is supercharging its search engine with some seriously advanced AI. Specifically, we'll be looking at AI overviews and this thing called AI mode, all running on something called Gemini 2.0, I think? Sounds intense, right?
It times intense, Jenny. But, in a good way, I think. So for anyone who's noticed their Google searches looking a little different lately, this is why. You might be seeing these AI-generated summaries at the top of your results. Those are the AI overviews.
Okay, so those are the boxes that pop up with a quick answer and then a bunch of links below, right? I've seen those. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes, not so much. It's kind of a bit hit or miss, isn't it?
Exactly. They're designed to give you a quick snapshot of the answer, pulling information from multiple sources. The idea is to save you time, so you don't have to, click through a bunch of different websites. But, you're right, the accuracy isn't always perfect. That's the hallucination problem we've talked about before with these large language models.
Right. The AI kind of makes stuff up sometimes, or gets things slightly wrong. So how is Google trying to deal with that times that? Because search results need to be reliable.
That's the key question. From what I've been reading, they're using a few different strategies. First, they're still relying heavily on their core ranking systems. The stuff that's always made Google search. Well, Google search. They're also, apparently, setting a higher bar for when these AI overviews even show up. So if the AI isn't super confident in its answer, you'll just see the regular search results.
Okay, that makes sense. So they're not just throwing AI at everything and hoping for the best. It's more like MIT, a cautious rollout?
Yeah, a cautious rollout with a lot of smart engineering behind it. They're also using enhanced filtering to try to prevent, obviously wrong or misleading information from getting through. But, and this is a big but, it's still early days. We'll have to see how well these safeguards actually work in the real world, with all sorts of, weird and wonderful searches people do.
Speaking of weird and wonderful searches, what about this AI mode thing? That sounds even more experimental.
It is. Right now, AI mode is something you have to opt into, and it's only available to, Google One Premium subscribers. So it's definitely not for everyone yet. Think of it as a more interactive, personalized search experience.
Interactive how? I can talk to it?
Not exactly times talk, but it's more conversational. You can ask follow-up questions, refine your search, and the AI will try to understand the context of your whole conversation, not just, each individual query. It is like having a little research assistant, a digital one.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So instead of just searching for best Italian restaurants, I could then say, okay, which of those are good for a date night? And it would remember my previous question?
Precisely. And it might even take into account things like your past searches, your location, maybe even your Google Calendar, if you give it permission, to give you even more tailored recommendations.
That sounds helpful. And also a little creepy, to be honest. The privacy implications are definitely something to think about. I mean, are we just giving away all our data for a slightly better pizza recommendation?
Absolutely. Google says they're building in privacy safeguards, but it's something users will need to be aware of and manage. You're giving the AI more access to your data in exchange for that more personalized experience. It's a trade-off, really.
And what about, groups like the Electronic Frontier Foundation? They've raised concerns, right?
Yeah, they have. They're worried about the collection and use of personal data. It's a valid concern, and it'll be interesting to see how Google addresses it in the long run. They times to be transparent.
So let's talk about the bigger picture. This isn't just about making search a little bit better, right? This feels like a pretty significant shift in how we interact with information online. Are we becoming too reliant on these AI summaries?
It is a big shift. And it's not just Google. Other companies are working on similar AI-powered search tools. We're moving away from the old 10 blue links model of search results. And you're right to bring up that question of over-reliance. Accenture did a study. It showed that AI in searches can decrease clicks to websites.
Which is a good thing, I think. I mean, sometimes those 10 blue links are overwhelming. It's like, where do I even start? But, on the other hand, won't that hurt websites?
Right. But, and this is the big question, this also has implications for websites and content creators. If people are getting their answers directly from these AI summaries, Will they still click through to the original websites? It's like, are we going to see a decline in critical thinking because everyone's just reading the summary?
That's a asterisk huge times concern for anyone who runs a website or creates content online. Are we all going to lose traffic because of these AI overviews? I mean, how do we even compete with that?
It's a valid concern. Google says they're trying to balance providing quick answers with still driving traffic to websites. The AI overviews do include links, and they're experimenting with different ways to make those links more prominent, maybe even highlighting them more.
But still, if I get the answer I need in the summary, why would I click on the link? It's like, I'm good, right? I got what I needed.
Exactly. That's the challenge. It might mean that websites need to focus on providing even more in-depth, unique content that goes beyond what the AI can easily summarize. Something the AI can't just replicate.
So basically, the bar for, high-quality content just got raised?
I think so. And it's not just about text anymore. Google is also pushing for more multimodal search, meaning searches that involve images, videos, and even audio. Think, searching with a picture instead of words.
So if I'm a photographer or a video creator, that's potentially good news, right? My content might become more discoverable, assuming the AI can find it.
Potentially, yes. But it also means you need to think about how your content is structured and tagged so that the AI can understand it and use it in these new search formats. It's a whole new ballgame.
It's a whole new world for SEO, isn't it? Search engine optimization. We should probably do a whole episode just on that sometime.
We definitely should. The old rules still apply, but there's a whole new layer of complexity now. Instead of just optimizing for keywords, you need to think about how your content fits into these broader themes and how it can answer complex, multi-part questions. It's about, anticipating what the AI might ask.
Okay, my head is starting to spin a little. This is a lot to take in. Maybe we should do a listener Q&A about this, get some of their questions and concerns?
That's a great idea. We could even do a poll. Something like, do you think Google's AI overviews will improve your search experience? Yes or no? Keep it simple.
Ooh, and another one. Have you noticed any inaccuracies in AI-generated content? Yes or no? Because, that hallucination thing is real.
Perfect. And, we could ask them to rate how important privacy is in all this, on a scale, from not important to very important.
I like it. We could even have, a search engine showdown quiz segment. Test their knowledge about all this stuff.
I love that. And, maybe even get some listeners to call in and share their experiences, good and bad, with AI overviews or AI mode.
Yes! Make it like a real conversation. Because this is affecting everyone, right? It's not just us tech nerds.
Exactly. And we could even, invite some guests with opposing views, have a little debate about the impact of all this.
Ooh, a debate. I like it. Okay, so, back to Wrapping Time's episode up. Ooh! What are the key takeaways here?
I'd say, first, Google search is changing significantly thanks to AI. Second, these changes are designed to make search more helpful and intuitive, but there are potential downsides, like the accuracy issues and the impact on website traffic and, the privacy stuff.
And third, content creators and businesses need to adapt to this new landscape. High-quality, in-depth content is more important than ever, and so is thinking about multimodal search, like pictures and videos, not just text.
And finally, this is just the beginning. We're going to see even more AI-powered changes to search in the coming months and years. It's a fast-moving space. We are so time's going to have to stay on top of this.
So stay tuned, everyone. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the future of search. As always, let us know your thoughts and experiences in the comments. We're really curious to hear how these changes are affecting you and what questions you have.
Absolutely. And we'll be back next week with more tech explorations. Until then, happy searching, or should I say, happy AI-powered searching, and don't forget to send in those questions.
Ha! Good one, Mark. See you all next time.